Alright, hello everybody. Thanks for the patience. We're back into it. There's your prediction polls up for this match. We got a bunch of baby ducks. We've got a flock of them, in fact, and we have Spectral on the other side as well, joining here and competing in the gold division. 9-9 for baby ducks, 10-7 for Spectral. So quite the nice record here for Spectral, and baby ducks with one win here. They can go up ahead. By one win on the record sheet, much like our last match. Talk about that with the Trash Pandas. That win put them up also to a 9-9 record, I believe, 9-9 or 10-10. So definitely chasing something here. Round one about to start. So welcome to it. Maybe not. I just got juked by the buzzer. Okay, well, do over. Doing that again. I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, that was strange, but we'll take it, I guess. Round one. There we go. Okay, so the joust is off. Don't ask me. The Crystal Sun with the disc. Crystal Sun down below, and Sun down for H2O. Very efficient. 10 seconds on that start. What's up, Zoro? No problem for the cast. And yeah, good games. Good games. Nice saves and defense for sure. Now the timeouts, it's another thing altogether, but the rest of the game was nice. Flare here with a disc, gonna send it out to the tunnel, picked off by Snake. Snake being stolen from by H2O. So that's gonna go into that bubble, and back into the side where it's gonna be grabbed by Snake. Snake having it stolen here again by H2O. Crystal Sun with a disc at the bow tie. And the defense approaching. Good spacing here. They have one below. They have one directly on the goal. And directly into it, in fact, is H2O again. 4 points for the Baby Ducks. Just about saved as it almost went in, but a goal no less. No less. Alright, so a Flare with the disc here on the rollout over to Drummond Sam. And Drummond Sam getting stunned, getting drummed by the defense, in fact. A great grab from Crystal Sun, though. That was nice. Maybe has the open three a little bit too high there. Couldn't line that up. Rebound, though, flat man, and an immediate tap over to Jade Michael. Jade right below the goal again. They've been going for it, and Drummond up a save this time. That is stunning, or at least saving. Let's see if the saving grace here would be getting a clear. Unfortunately, it just stays on this side of the floor as when we see that happen, right? You get great saves, but then you can't get a clear. It's very, very punishing towards the defense to try and make them save a goal twice or 3 times. Not to say it doesn't happen, but it's just very tough to do too many times in a row. But they will finally get the disc back, and that goes sailing into the blue area, the blue arena. There you go, that's the word. Blue side of the arena. New words. Instead of saying floor all the time, or area all the time. Anyway, nothing unusual about that, though. But over here to the bubble, taken by Crystal, maybe. Got that boost, but actually overshoots it a little bit. So Flare instead. And also, what's up to Flare once he watches the VOD? Obviously going from the Twitch chat into the cast itself. Was just there watching the last match, so going from one to the other. Always kind of fun to see. And now trying to transition this into a shot attempt again for a bunch of baby ducks, however. Spectral on the defense to see if they can do it yet again. There's definitely a bunch of baby ducks. I mean, they're not getting their scores on the first attempts, which is a credit to the defense here, but then again, you also got to compliment the baby ducks for being able to retain and just keep getting back into position. But as I say that, Flare now taking a deep shot, left the arm a little bit awkwardly, so this might enable a rebound from one of those stacks, but actually they both overshoot into the goal. There's another pair of boosters coming in from baby ducks. But again, the disc sailing everywhere except for the hands of any of these players for a solid 8 seconds or so. And now an echo, of course, that's almost an eternity for the disc to be floating around. That said, not wasting any time at all on that boost. All 4 players for Baby Ducks getting back into the offense, but likewise Spectral, they all meet each other inside the goal as well. Slapping it out of the bubble, back into the midfield now. and retained by Flatman for Baby Ducks, but stolen by Flare for Spectral. Another shot attempt will have that bounce flat off the wall. This will get them maybe a chance, but no, a miss again here. Still a rebound, and another one couldn't quite be found. So definitely trying to warm up into their groove and find that rhythm. You know, the first few minutes of matches, sometimes it can be like this. Just searching for those shots and searching for those good feels, and once you get it going, you get it going. But thus far on offense, Spectral not quite there. Baby Ducks have been there a couple times. Let's see if they can get it again. Taking off the bounce here, there's Flap, and Flap with the back pass over. Crystal Sun now will drive it in underneath the defender, right under the arms and kind of by the kneecaps just about. Capping off what was 3 minutes of scoreless play. And definitely tough for Spectral because they had some great opportunities to get that first score just a moment ago, but the moment had passed. And Zoro saying, "Gonna charge up and hop back on." Sounds good. Have fun. And Zara talking about possible nerves and things like that. And yeah, definitely. You know, it can definitely be a factor for teams of every single rank, Master included. You know, I know what I was playing. Like once you're into a good groove, you know, the first few minutes are gone, and you start kind of melting into the headset. Oh dear. Snake. Oh whoa. We'll get into the goal. That was nearly a full court clear goal. But there's our first 2 points. But what I was saying is, you know, once you get into the first few minutes of action, sometimes that's when you all the background stuff. You're not. You stop thinking about the stream, about the cast. You stop thinking about the external factors, and then you just feel in the groove of the game. So definitely applies to everyone. Same for like LAN events and things like that. It's kind of the beauty of VR, really, because even at a LAN event, right? It's not like a traditional LAN where you're kind of all in the open. You just put on a headset and then suddenly everything else melts away into the immersion that is virtual reality and Echo Arena especially, and in all its physical glory. Crystal Sun with a disc will send it off to the outer bubble. Nice string along of passes. Almost perfect. I mean, every player having that pass to them in that sequence, just the last catch not quite on. Rebound still though for Crystal Sun, and that's going to bounce right back out to the side again, but still opportunities as the nest coverage from Snake. Oh, actually, maybe will enable this turnover. So good defense from Snake. So there's a Spider trying to tap that out. You see Snake was up at the cloud, but that was also good coverage from Baby Duck. So I do like the fact that despite some of this chaotic nature, that the defense is still well aware of covering off those passes, basically, off of what otherwise would be those big pileups on the floor. So doing the right thing by spacing out, but defensively doing the right thing by also covering it. So some smart play we're seeing here from both of these teams on these exchanges. And what a beautiful exchange that was on the passes and the finish. That was a slapper. H2O. I respect that drip. 8-2. See more faces from the prior stream stopping by. What is up to Dill Warby? Again, good games, good games. And Blessed Dash as well. Punda and 5-Spotted Dog, thank you so much for the Tier 1 subscription. That's 15 months. I'm more surprised it's been that long. Jeez. I mean, I know I've said it, but just wow. 15 months, and wow, look at that shot just being snagged out of there at 15 miles per hour, just about sailing through. Another narrow miss, and still unable to convert off of some good opportunities, but they're just a point away from getting back into a decent rhythm here off of their first score moments ago. That last possession, Spider with the disc working up the floor. They have once more some good spacing, everyone with some line of sights to each other, but the defense, I'm liking the man marking you can see going on. I mean, really, really efficient defense being played here. You know, it puts the offense into a tough position where they have to either deal with the brawler or catching the disc, but they can't really do both when you have great man coverage and the disc is passed like that. So, good stuff. Yeah, appreciate that very much, 5-Spotted. It's been a awesome 15 months, and cheers to 15 more. Thank you very much once again for stopping by, and as always, I mean, I'm not sure how many puns left I have in that book, but I will say these teams are booking it to the other side of the floor as H2O gets a goal. There's only so many 5-Spotted ones I can do, but I gotta find some more unique ones, because I don't want to just keep using the same 5-Spotted puns, and yet And yet, what do I do after 15 months? There's only so many to go to. I'm gonna have to study on that one. Those will be one of the ones I have to think of when I'm falling asleep at night. That's when I'm at my most creative. But over here to Flare with a stun, or being stunned, H2O! Ooh, what a goal. 20 meters, 17 meters a second on that shot, that is. And 13-2, that is a strong start for a bunch of baby ducks. They're collecting checks left and right here, it seems like.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so the round about to expire. You can see Flare directing traffic on the rollout, and a bounce might just get there. That was a nice rollout coming in from Spectral. A nicer rollout coming in from Spectral, but another ding. You know, kind of similar to what we saw in the last match, you know, to kind of start out some of the rounds, right? And I mentioned this. Sometimes it's just, you don't get the rhythm going, but yeah, you're going to miss a few. All you really need is just to find those first few goals, you get in a good stride. Thus far, Baby Ducks have been in a good stride. Because otherwise, you know, Spectral on a lot of those plays, they did, like that last joust, did everything right. That was a beautiful rollout. It just didn't have that last finish. And, you know, going for those cornered shots, that's the trouble too, because you want to evade the goalkeepers who are so talented these days. So you want to try and hit the sides, you know, near the goal post, but there's only so much separation between a ding and a make in those situations. So, with that though, successful round for the Baby Ducks. First up. Alright, pardon the pauses there and the lack of face cam at times. Like I said, busy night, a little bit delayed, a lot of water chugging necessary. So you know how it is. I try. But I can only juggle so much. Fun fact, I can juggle. Only with three balls though. Maybe 4, I don't know. I learned to juggle back in 3rd grade, for I was a juggler in our school play. It was called We're the Clowns. Yeah. Still remember the words. Whether we're here, whether we're there, we laugh and cheer anywhere, we're the clowns. Alright, well anyway, round 2 is about to start. No clowning around, but we will be ducking around with the Baby Ducks and Spectral. Here we go.
5, 4, 3.
And Punda. I guess you can call it that. I consider it more Eclipse Drip. I'm never gonna not love this jersey. Too many memories. H2O with the throw into the orange zone. It's Drummond sending it back out to the midline. So for Spectral, interested in seeing if they can address those dings and just, you know, be a little bit more, well, exactly that, center with a placement. If they can do that, they'll be fine because they got the opportunities. They just couldn't finish on them. And hey, new round, new score, reset on the score, 0-0. Sometimes that's what a team needs also, just to kind of have that mental break, that mental reset, and they'll be good to go. So, hey, Spectral on the board first. That's really good to see for them. H2O now passing it over to Flatman from the bottom of the pack before the back out to Crystal. As that one sails up high and right down low, that's a great series of passes, and look at that crafty play off the backboard from Jade Michael. Assisted by H2O as well. I thought initially H2O was going for, like you can see here in the replay, I thought that was maybe a shot attempt. Looked like one. I mean, it was the right angle for one. But no, a pass. Recognizing the teammate right below the goal for an even closer shot, higher percentage perhaps. Now granted, the finish was not easy off the backboard there. Was not an easy shot by the end of it, but still the right idea. You know, get it to someone a little bit closer up and in a decent position. So trying to react here is Snake and Team Spectral. But sailing right back out to the outer bubble, there's Flatman with the take. But not a clear, unfortunately. At least not quite yet. Into the tunnel here. Bit of a pile forming. There's Drum with a sling into the blue bubble once more. But there are 2 players defensively for a bunch of Baby Ducks, so definitely have to be aware of that for Spectral. You know, you want someone who's not involved in the pile-ups. You want someone communicating those kind of things, right? Saying that, You know, pass it over wherever they're anchored, or don't clear it because there's 2 defenders back. You know, gotta like recognize the fact that you guys got a number situation, and that, you know, Clear has to be careful of those defenders in the back. And that said, Flare, they're gonna get it right back, and they're gonna go up by 4 points. So a much better start. They only scored 2 points in the first round, and here we are, only a few minutes into the second round. They're already up triple on that, 6 points. So Spectral up by a couple goals, now putting Baby Ducks on their heels. Wait, do Ducks have heels? No. Putting Ducks on their feet, their webs, I guess. But regardless, missing that shot is the Ducks. I almost said the Drakes for some reason. But over here to the midfield, no one there to intercept, so matter of boost as that flies narrowly again past the goal. Always makes me nervous these days. Those clears always seem like they're about to go in, don't they? So I always have to go for those quick hammer switches almost. But Jade Michael with a take back, and that's going to be a bouncer, bouncing high and a little too high to get the goal. Drummond Sam taking it back, and they're going to get that to Flare. Flare not on the clear, getting punched back to the wedge. 2 players for Baby Ducks able to get that disc back, but brawling them out a little bit. Still a pass nicely before dicing through the defense. Jade Michael assisted by Crystal Sun. It's a 2-point match here. Baby Ducks bringing it to a 6-4 total. So 6 minutes still left to go here in the second round.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
All right, so Flare now pass over in this rollout. Meanwhile, stuns coming out in the joust on those defenders, so maybe enabling some time. Seeing if they can converge on it, but instead getting stunned. That's tough. So again, that was good moves by Spectral to really delay the defense quite substantially from actually getting back into the goal on that rollout, but couldn't make the catch on time. Couldn't really wrangle that disc, and that's what enabled the defense to get back eventually. But they're gonna have to do it again. There's some crosses. That was gorgeous. Spider to Flare, doing it with some fundamental passing plays, just handoff to handoff, and now shots off. They're up by 4 again. Over on Spectral.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So meanwhile up high, Crystal Sun sending it on this joust for Baby Ducks. Got 5 minutes still to go in round 2 here. And they're just gonna drag this out a little bit. Wait for the defense to join if they can. And again, when you have to break up stacks, when you're trying to break up stacks, it's what you want to do, right? Try to hold on to the disc as long as you can, obviously without getting it stolen. But lull in, you know, bait in those stacks into your area, get the pass off just in time, and then just either split them up purely by getting some grabs in or some stuns, and that's how you can kind of break apart a stack and get at the advantage when you're trying to push up against one. But pushing up here, also, Snake OO is able to get a clear. Now looking for a boost after the pretty good shield as well. So an open one, maybe about to be had, and Flare driving it in, and the duck! Wow. On the Ducks from Flare. 6 points advantage with the moves.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launcher.
All right, I was trying to type out in Discord. Again, remember I talked about the whole juggling thing, but I didn't have enough time. If there are any players from Gen Z, or who is it? Bangarang next, I believe, correct? If you're due to be streamed next, I'm sure you know the deal, but as always, yeah, you can wait, or you can start on time and just invite me and I'll join in progress. Choice is yours, of course. Had to deal with a little bit of tech delays earlier on, and this one, so far on pace for maybe a third round. I mean, only a 6-point disadvantage here for a bunch of Baby Ducks who won the first, so not out of it yet, but they definitely need to start scoring soon, or else we will be seeing that third round coming up in the near future, which would make 2 in a row. That's the thing too. See, you know, it depends on the night. Sometimes we just we get two round matches, and then you know the timings are just fine. But then when the matches go to round 3s multiple times in a row, that's when we get a little bit delayed as well sometimes. But I'm not one to complain because we love our round threes. Means it's a competitive back and forth match for sure. And so far, it's been just that.
Blue clears it out of their zone.
Now, H2O with the disc over on the tunnel. He needs to be careful. Had a defender on the feet for a long time, but still took a while for the Suns to go out. Narrowly missing that goal on the clear. Flatman retaining for Baby Ducks. They're down by 6, 2.5 remaining. Some good, again, man marking, 1v1 coverage. Although, as I say that, they start to split up a little bit, so you can see a lot of brawls, and that's what they'll do to you. Now, you see where the intention was on that pass, but unfortunately, the teammate who was there had just dived out a second before the pass had gone up. So a turnover now into the blue zone. A chance again for Spectral to maybe score if they get back fast. And they do get back fast enough to at least stack and stun out the QB there. And likewise in the tunnel, stun from Flatman, able to get it back for Baby Ducks. So stack arriving there once more in time. Got to be careful of those. Drag them out and stun them out. Meanwhile, H2O for a bunch of Baby Ducks. Going to be on the offense. Trying to back that to Flatman. Flatman from the outer edge and going into the goal, but just missing that one. It's going to be snagged right at the boots by H2O and then right back by Flare. So more brawls and back to the sideline. Now, H2O with the pass over to the shoulder, but again, some good coverage. Minute 25 left and slapped out of there. So Spectral, they're hanging on to this a much stronger second round. The first round, they only scored 2 points. But in round 2, they're up to 10. And for that matter, 6 of them were scored in the first few minutes. Here's another chance at it. And with that, Drummond Sam gets them the triple up advantage, 12-4.
5, 4.
And actually, I think the next match as well is supposed to have, I don't know if Caption or Doc are listening, but perhaps ping those teams and let them know the situation if you haven't already. Due to the fact that we will be at least 10 more minutes delayed, which is to say, almightily delayed. And oh boy, but we'll deal with it the ways we can. Flatman up top here, though, to H2O. These teams are definitely just in the midst of it. They are sweating, and so am I. As I said, though, anytime you get these matches that go to a third round, that's what you want to see, because you know these teams are equally competitive and skilled.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so up top now, a headbutt play will be snagged here by Jade. Maybe some time, but that actually will expire there. So second win, second round, going to Spectral. Very nice job to calm it down, because I know Twitch chat was addressing that a little bit, and so was I towards the beginning, where, you know, first few minutes, maybe some nerves in that first round. They were missing some gimmies, but guess what? They got them. They got the gimmies. Come round 2, they were much more in line with what you'd expect from them, and firing off on all the cylinders, pretty much. All right, sorry about that. Again, just typing out at my teams for the next streams and all that good stuff. So, yeah, round 2 in the book there. You can see the stats courtesy of Ignite. Just to answer that question for you, and get a look. Snake there with the 5 points. Big stat line, honestly, all around. That said, third round, doing it. I don't know what to do with my hands, but I do know that we have a round 3, and that's 2 round 3s in a row, dating back to that last stream. Again, we got a lot of matches all lined up for you today, so we'll get to them as we can. Yep, gonna depend on the day. Those 30-minute windows, so always appreciate the teams who are willing to wait, or at least send us invites, and we'll get there when we get there. That said, we are here in the third round, and it's going to be, if any indication by the first 2, probably an exciting one. I mean, a lot of times, you get one lopsided round in the favor of one team, another lopsided one in the favor of the other a little bit. Neither round were blowouts by any stretch, but point is, sometimes when you get that kind of pace, by the time you get to the third round, you tend to get these much more even ones, where it just kind of stays close a lot of the way. Now, did I Caster's Curse it? Maybe. That was a nice slap, no doubt about it, but that was just taken out again on that recovery. So, I like the quickness of the slap, but, goalie in the goal, doing what goalies do. What's up, Cruisin', by the way, on that note. But yeah, and Supreme as well. What's up to... Can I ask, why aren't you Supreme anymore? Why'd you do this to me? You've been so many different names. I think Blenders might be the only one who's changed names more than you have. It messes with my head, man. But anyway, up top, Snake Owo with a disc and setting that off to the midfield. The two players boosting back in the defense, two players trying to get the disc back, but it will actually be Spectral getting there first somehow. But you can see they are very active and reactive on these grabs. Supreme saying gonna switch back some. No, don't! Not again! I'm just getting used to Supreme, sort of. They're gonna change it and I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. It's heartbreaking, those casting habits. Like, a lot of the players, they change their names, but then it takes like weeks for me to actually get used to saying the new name sometimes. But anyway, up high to H2O. Like, imagine if I just changed my name to like, I don't know, Palidart or something like that. Just wouldn't make any sense. Over here, though, to Jade Michael. Jade up high to Flatman. A soft pass to Jade. Right back at them, but now a ding on their end. Rebounded, though, by Crystal Sun for a bunch of baby ducks. It is scoreless in round 3 thus far. Up to the shoulder to Jade Michael. Jade up high, but covered nicely by Snake. As I said, Snake was indeed piling in some pretty good stats, not just points-wise, but I'm talking about the defense. I mean, there's Spider. Snake and Spider. A monstrous duo there, for sure. Meanwhile, into the goal, defense trying to get back 2 players for Ducks and 2 players for Spectral in the zone. Everyone else starting to rejoin finally in that bubble, now spreading the floor again. 3 minutes in, still 0 apiece. The slow play, though, I like it. Trying to space out and look for their best avenues if they can. But again, the defense has been pretty tense there. You can see, at least in the front line, the coverage is tight. No one's really breaking loose for all too long. And that one's going to be thrown and picked off straight by the Crystal Sun.
Blue clears it out.
I could always change it to Palidor. I'm already Palidor. See, it would still be the same pronunciation. It'd just be different spelling is all. Over to Snake. Snake off the barrier. But meanwhile, like, yeah, changing though, like Supreme. It's Supreme Buns. And then it's not Buns. It's Boons. And then it's not Supreme. It's Supreme. Like a jigsaw puzzle. Crystal Sun, though. Of course, I love me some Supreme. You should be Supreme Boons next time. But anyway, over to the outer edge of the bubble. So 4 minutes in, and we're still scoreless. This is like Chad is mentioning, some nice passing overall and good defense. It's really just a chess match almost at this point, because the players are doing the right things, right? They're spacing the floor off. They're not getting too involved in these pile-ups. They're spacing the floor. They're looking for their passing avenues. Likewise, though, the defense are covering those avenues. They're covering the players as they split man v man and doing all the right things. That said, there it is, finally, 4:28 into this round. And never too late for a flare goal. Spectral is up. And Baby Ducks are down. A player, that is to say. And the return of the player, so maybe I won't even have to initiate the timeout music this time. Last 2 times I did that, I forgot to undo it. Meanwhile, oh, Gangnam Style, I do believe. Oh, I'm gonna call him H2O from now on. Nice. All right, well, 5.5 remaining in this round. What's up, Pawn Stream? By the way, I did see your message earlier removing the rolls. your badge. See, for those who are unclear, the reason Pawn Stream has a VIP badge was not because it was redeemed. It was because Pawn Stream made a bet, a misbet, bet on the wrong team, and I couldn't refund it at that point. So it was kind of like the, what do you call it? The, you lost the bet, but I feel bad for you reward, basically. That said, that was only until the end of February, so I guess as they march on into the goal, well, it's gonna be Flap taking it back out with the Flap Jack on the disc. Back into the orange side now as everyone contests each other. Like I said, no one's really conceding any easy stuff. I mean, that will be a 3, but it wasn't easy because you saw how much midfield brawling that all the teams had to go through in order to get there. So the shot was easy, but getting that shot attempt was not. I'm really intrigued by the flow of this match because both teams are very similar in how they're operating right now. Quentin asking next match right after this would be Bangarang and Gen Z. I think, I don't know, I haven't actually gotten, at least not in the Discord, I haven't gotten word from the teams. Maybe I missed something in the chat there. Because we are quite a bit delayed at this point, so I don't have good feelings about the 4th match in a row that we were supposed to stream, but, you know. I will juggle that once I have time to and message the other teams. Unless you're one of the other teams who are currently in the chat, who are supposed to be streamed after Gen Z and Bangarang, then same thing, you can wait or not. Up to you guys. But Flare VR over to the side, there's 3.5 minutes left, and on top of that, 3:33, and it's tied 3-3, so a lot of symmetry and symmetry, I guess. But Drum and Sam with the disc, and Flare over at the pack. The spacing here, pretty good. You see, instead of going for a man-v-man straight up, that time they opted for a stack defense. They had 2 players for Baby Ducks at the bow tie, linked up and just waiting to dive. So again, there's a lot of different nuanced ways you can play defense. We've seen a little bit of it all from both these teams across these 3 rounds. So been good. Good to watch. You know, competitive, low scoring, yes, but not for a lack of strategy and competition. It's good stuff. So less than 3 minutes now. But yes, seriously, these teams are just absolutely deadlocked, and I'm not trying to jinx it again, but like I said towards the beginning of the round, right? We had the first round a little lopsided, 13-2. Second round a little lopsided, 12-6. So I said going into this round, for whatever reason, oftentimes you're gonna see a 3 from the Crystal One. The Crystal Sun. The sun is shining on a bunch of Baby Ducks. Huh. How about that? Now, I'm not even sure that was the intention. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a pass, but talked about, sometimes people do this on purpose on teams. That one less so, but basically where it could be a pass or a shot, right? Where there's a teammate in near the goal. So you throw it at them, and basically it can be a pass to a dunk, or it can just be a shot at itself. Basically it can be 2 different things depending on whether or not the diver catches it. That time, wasn't looking for it, so didn't catch it, but it still caught the backboard, nonetheless. Interesting. Whatever it was, and if it was on purpose, then I take that back as, wow, that was going to be in. Drum and Sam in the right place to save that full court goal. That could have been essentially a backbreaker in this round. To have that go in at this juncture of the match would have been nuts. Jade Michael here with a disc, though, sending it away to Flap. Flap for a bunch of Baby Ducks now, trying to flap their wings and maybe get that win here in the next minute 26. But a score here would be good to really give him some buffer. That said, what a dribble up the floor! Flare able to bring it within 1. That was nice. Flare and Snake. The Turbo Snake. Which in itself is a very obscure reference that no one's going to get. But as a Phoenix Suns fan, I had to say it. The Turbo Snake. In any event, 1 minute left. That was a clutch dribble and score coming in from Spectral. So going in down to the wire, that is a clutch turnover, but they unfortunately will not make the shot. Rebound may be had here, 47 seconds left. Now over to Flare, but a great dive. There's that defense I talked about, diving out and really making the lanes tough to really maneuver through. But that said, they're trying to do just that for Ducks, but Drum and Sam back in the goal. This has been an excellent round so far. really insane how well matched these two teams are. Let's see, 23 seconds left. That goal is open. That goal is open. The shot is made. And Flair puts Spectral up by 1 as the time is just about gone. The clutch shot to end this match. Wow, Spectral in 3. What a game. I enjoyed that immensely. I'm only sad because I literally cannot spare in a second to talk about it anymore, so congrats Spectral for the win! And we're going to go to the score screen, and I'm getting into the next server real quick. But excellent match. I really hate that I can't talk about it more because that was phenomenal. Later. Anyways, I do have my invite, so I'm getting into that match now. I believe Caption and Caption and Doc will be joining me. So as I load in, I'm gonna send you to an intermission. We'll be back in like a minute.